Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Satisfactory. If you've been following along so far, then you know in the last episode, we unlocked all of Tier 3, and we got our first coal power set up. We got a little bit of modular frames production, we got a little bit of copper sheet production, and our big task for today is to get our steel production going and complete Tier 4. I hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. I really appreciate the support and the comments I've been getting. If you guys like the video and you like the series, make sure to give me a like and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the rest of it. And with that being said, let's get going on our steel production. The first thing we're going to do is get some quick wire going, so we have some in the future so we can unlock smart splitters. And when we get smart splitters unlocked, we're going to start overflowing everything that we have over here that's backed up into awesome sinks, and then we're going to be able to use the awesome shop items to actually decorate and make our factories look really nice. So I'm going to set that up real quick, and I built out some foundations in the area where we're going to build our steel factory. I got our to-do list here. I got all of our items that we're going to need, so I'm going to go get that set up real quick, and then I will meet you guys over there where we're going to get started on our first steel production. All right, here we are. We've got 2 pier nodes of iron. I've got a concrete one over there, concrete over there. And back behind here, we have a bunch of coal nodes. So the plan is I'm going to build 3 rows of 6 foundries, and all of these are going to be underclocked so that later when we get Mark II miners and Mark III belts, we can just bump up the clock speed to normal and we'll be good. So I'm going to start building out some foundries here, and then I'll show you guys what that's going to look like. All right, here we go. We've got 3 rows of 6 foundries, and they're all staggered going towards the back. That way when the belts come in, they can drop them down, and then all the steel will come out in the middle here, and that will be feeding our steel beam and steel pipe production. So the next thing is we're going to set out our constructors in this area and start building that out. And I cannot wait for blueprints, so this stuff doesn't take so long, but that's all part of it. This is the old school method before blueprints were a thing. There we go. That's where our constructors are going to be, and our steel is going to be coming in the middle, going out, and then all of our production will be coming out to the outside and coming down this way, which are going to go to some assemblers over here. And over here we're going to have some concrete production. So let's go ahead and build out some constructors over here where we're going to produce some concrete. So there we go. We've got our steel ingot production. We've got these 4 constructors going to be making some steel beams, some steel pipes. These 8 constructors are going to be making steel beams specifically for our Encased Industrial Beam production. Then these 16 constructors are going to be making concrete, and all that stuff is going to be coming down here into some storage area right here. So the next thing we have to do is get some iron, some coal to at least get these going. We'll get some concrete going eventually, but right now we definitely need to get some steel beams and steel pipes going so we can start unlocking Tier 4. Alright, so we've got our miners here. These 2 are both going to be producing 120 ore, which will be feeding our top 2, and this bottom one is going to be fed by that miner over there, which is going to be producing 90. Then over here, we have a limestone node and a limestone node. And then we've got 2 more over there. And each one of those nodes is going to be producing 90 limestone for our concrete production, which is over there. And then there's coal on the other side, which I will go show you real quick. Right here is our coal production. These 2 are normal nodes, and I have those miners overclocked. So each miner is putting out 120 coal. These are both on impure nodes, so they're putting out 30, and that's just going for the fuel for our tractor. And then we're going to have a tractor that's going to be running coal from here over to the other side. And that will be our resources coming in for this production. Once we unlock the Encased Industrial Beam, then we'll worry about the concrete production. I went ahead and set them up just on their miners. Each one's set to 90. So I guess the next thing is we're going to start belting all this stuff up. So I'm going to have to manifold these out, lift them up, manifold them out that way, and then manifold these bottom ones out this way. So we'll get some ingots going, and then we'll at least get these ones set up because their recipes are unlocked already. And then that'll get us some steel beams and pipes coming in so we can unlock tier 4. Well, that took some figuring out, but I got it all taken care of here. As you see, our tractor's bringing our coal into this truck station. Coal is going to be split right here, going into the bottom, and then it goes up into the second one here. This other one is its own dedicated line, goes up to the top, and that manifolds out here. So these top 2 rows are going to be using 120 each of iron ore and coal. The bottom is going to be only using 90. That's why as of right now, this belt will be the first belt we upgrade to a Mark III belt. That way we can get enough to go into these 2 rows. Then they're all merged into the middle. You can see where they come down the back. And this bottom one will fuel these. And then these top 2 will each go into these. So these are going to be making some steel beams. And then these are going to be making some pipes. And for now, each of these are going to be underclocked. So if you look right now, we're consuming 60 on this side. And we don't want to be doing that. So we're going to be basically underclocking these to 25% each. So I'm going to go ahead and get our foundries all powered up so we can get some steel ingots coming in. And while that's filling up, I'm going to go ahead and start belting up these constructors here so we can start making some steel beams and pipes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got everything all belted up and powered up. We got some yellow lights just because things are kind of starting to back up a little bit. But for the most part, everything is working. Right here we've got steel beams. Right here we've got steel pipes, and those are going to be going back to our starter base. This entire section is all steel beams, and all of it comes out right here. Over here we've got concrete being made, which comes out right here. And these two, these steel beams and this concrete, will be going to our Encased Industrial Beam production, which we're going to build right over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to run these belts straight through. It's going to go around into a storage unit area right here. And then right here, we're probably going to build some assemblers, which are going to be making our Encased Industrial Beams when we get them unlocked. So I'm going to run the belts around here, get some storage units here, and then we're going to take what we've made and hopefully go unlock some of Tier 4. So I'm going to go ahead and build that out, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when we're done. Alright, so we've got it all hooked up, got all the belt work done, and we'll probably end up cleaning up the power lines a little bit later. But as of right now, we've got coal coming in here. This bottom row is producing 90 steel ingots per minute, and these top two are doing 120 each. Each of these top rows fuels this row right here. So this top row will fuel this one, this middle row will fill this one, and then this bottom row actually does this first row, which right here we're making steel beams, right here we're making steel pipes, and that's what you see right here. And then this right here is actually this steel beam conveyor, and then we've got concrete, and that all comes in to right here. I do not have the recipes set yet because we haven't unlocked Encased Industrial Beams, but once we do, that's what is going to go right here. We're going to expand this out, and then we're going to go ahead and get Caterium unlocked. So the big plan is to get all this back there. So let's go ahead and see if we can get some of Tier 4 unlocked. I'm going to swing by our little Caterium setup over here on my way back, and I'll meet you back at the hub. Alright, we're back at the hub, and I've got a little container here for Caterium quick wire, and then I've got a container here for steel beams, steel pipes, Encased Industrial Beams when we actually get them piped over, and I've got conveyors coming up underneath where all of our stuff is coming in from over there. So now that we've got some steel beams and some pipes, let's see what we can unlock. Blueprints. We can definitely do blueprints. So we'll unlock blueprints. That'll be awesome.
Milestone reached.
Our next one is going to be Logistics Mark III. So when that comes back, we'll go ahead and launch that off. But first, let's go back to the MAM here. And since we got some quick wire going, let's unlock the AI limiter. Might as well unlock Mark II power pole. And we're going to make some AI limiters real quick, and we're going to get the smart splitter. Alright, smart splitters are researched. Yeah, I think because we have all of this stuff in production, that's why I wanted to make sure we put our modular frames into production. Yeah, we have all of this stuff except for our Encased Industrial Beams. And when we unlock advanced steel production, that'll be easy. We just gotta set the recipes and then we're done. So that'll be our next one, will be Logistics Mark III. I'll send that off And then we'll finish up our steel production. And there goes advanced steel production. All right, we've got Mark III logistics, which also gave us the Mark II miner. So now, I think, before we go over there, we're going to make a zip line. What does that take? Xeno Zapper, we got that. Can make that real quick. I made some Blade Runners already. Cool. Zipline will help us get over there a little bit faster. So let's go set those recipes. Encased Industrial Beam. We're going to set this to 2.5 per minute. We're going to copy that and paste it up. Look at that. And because it was already set up, it's all done. Now we're making those encased industrial beams. So let's go ahead and run a belt back to the base so we get our little container going. Alright, well, while our first batch of encased industrial beams are coming down to go into our container, I'm going to go ahead and set up some smart splitters on our existing production lines so that we can get some overflow into some awesome sinks. That way we can get some Ficsit coupons and we can start unlocking stuff in the awesome shop. So let's go ahead and place out some smart splitters and set up a little area for our awesome sink program. And then I'll meet you back at the hub when hopefully we have enough encased industrial beams to unlock the rest of tier 4. Alright, all of our smart splitters are set up. We've got them overflown into 2 sushi belts going into 2 awesome sinks. Now it's just time to power this puppy on. And we'll just tie that in right here. And we're gonna start making some tickets. We'll probably get quite a few right off the bat. Look at that. Before I even had time to open it. 10 tickets. So while this all balances out, let's go ahead and send off expanded power infrastructure. And there we go. Expanded power infrastructure.
Milestone read. Ficsit power to send power for the good.
So now we've got Mark II power poles, power towers, and power storage. So we've got expanded power infrastructure. Now we need hyper tubes. Let's grab some resources. We're going to go over to our steel production factory and we're going to upgrade to Mark II miners for a couple of our miners, especially on our coal side. And a couple of our belts are going to be upgraded. And then we're going to come back and hopefully we've got a bunch of tickets so we can unlock some stuff in the awesome shop. I'll meet you guys over there. Okay, one of the first belts we're going to upgrade is this one. So now each row up top is doing 120 steel ingots per minute. The bottom's still doing 90. So that's 240 just in the top plus 90. So that's 330 coal that we need to come in just for this. So let's go make sure we have enough coal that's being produced. And we'll make sure that we have enough for our steel ingot production. So let's go check that out real quick, make sure we got enough. We might have to upgrade a miner or two to Mark IIs, but we should be good. Alright, there we go. We've got all green lights, the exception of a couple that are just trying to drain. And then a couple over here that are waiting to fill up. But other than that, we've got all green lights. Everything's nice and efficient. Which if you look, it's 100% efficiency. So now the last thing we need to do is go see how many tickets we've got in the Awesome Sync and see what we can buy in the Awesome Shop. Alright, well we're back. So let's go ahead and send off hyper tubes. Looks like we need some copper sheets. And would you look at that?
Milestone there. You.
Now we've got hyper tubes. And tier 4 is done. All of it. We've got blueprints now. Geez, that thing's loud. Okay, so we've got blueprints now, so we can start building big factories. A little bit easier anyway. And while all this is starting to level off in power consumption, we are going to see how many tickets we've got. And if you look here, looks like the belts are evening out, so they're not as full as they were. You ready for this? The moment of truth. Oh yeah, 28 printable coupons. Let's print those. And we're gonna go build an awesome shop. And we're gonna see what we can purchase in the awesome shop. Oh, we need screws, of course. The one time we need screws. And would you look at that? Fits perfectly. All right. Let's see what we can buy. Yeah. I think we're gonna have to wait on that stuff. Let's get the important stuff. Starting with architecture. We definitely want beams. Signs. Yeah. We definitely want signs. Oh, these are new. Paint finishes. Those are kind of cool. Concrete foundation. We definitely want that. So we can stop having to use iron plates for foundations. And I think we're going to do asphalt too. We're going to do some concrete walls. 23. We still have 5 more coupons. Well, let's do some catwalks. Do some catwalks, and we'll do street lights in a little bit when we actually have enough for it.
Where did you leave your lizard doggos? What's in this storage container? Where did you put the essential components needed to save humanity? Do you wish there was text to prevent you from constantly taking the wrong turn? Disguise your struggles to comprehend the complexity of your surroundings with signs.
That's funny. Okay, so we've got architecture now. So we've got some beams that we can work with. Catwalks. We've got signs now. Help us label things. We've got concrete walls. Steel walls. Got asphalt foundations, concrete foundations. We've got blueprints now, which are awesome. And I think there's one thing that I've been wanting to do for a while. And that is, let's adjust some colors here. So in the customizer, we're going to go into our factory swatch. And we're going to change that to something very bland. Like white and black. I like that. White and black, that way everything that we place will be white and black, and then when we want to, we can paint stuff a specific swatch. I like to use the custom one a lot more. We've got materials now, so we can paint them. Project assembly swatch. Same thing. The foundation swatch, I'm going to change the secondary color to a little bit more of a yellowish. Pipelines. White. There we go. That'll be a little bit better. Not that ugly orange. So, we have got tiers 3 and 4 completed. I don't suppose we need to start working on that thing. So I think we're going to wait for some things to build up in our resource sink program. And well, that's doing that. When we get enough tickets. Ooh, I know one way we can get more tickets. So one way early on that you can get a lot of tickets are with the alien DNA capsules. So you can make a ton of protein and then you can turn those into alien DNA capsules. So I think we're going to make a bunch of those and we're going to convert them all into DNA capsules, and we'll get a ton of points for that in the awesome sink. We should get a ton of tickets. So I'll go ahead and make these out real quick, and I'll meet you back over at the awesome sink. We'll see what we can get for tickets. Let's just put a merger down. A storage container. Belt that in. Let's get rid of these screws first. And let's see what that gives us. Dang, look at that. Look at all those points that we're getting from those. Oh yeah. We still got a bunch more to go. Well, would you look at that? We got quite a bit of coupons out of that. Let's go on a little bit more of a shopping spree. So we could buy more stuff now. I'm gonna start with lights. Because, you know, lights. Lights are cool. Everybody likes lights. I like the pillars. I do like these. I like the road barriers. Half foundations are nice. Especially when we have blueprints. Bare holes will be nice. We got 6 more. Dotted line patterns. Factory zone patterns. We don't need these yet, so let's do that instead. Cool, we bought more stuff in the spirit of the holidays. So let's gather some materials, and I think what we'll probably do is set up a little bit more power infrastructure so we don't have little power lines going everywhere. And we can just zip line everywhere. So let's go make this factory over here look a little nicer. So let's grab some materials and I'll meet you guys over there. We'll start turning her into a proper factory. Okay, we're over here at our steel factory, and I couldn't help but notice all of the green lights. That's such a refreshing sight to see. So we have to figure out a place where we're going to either make some storage or a transport hub or some sort of that kind of thing. And we're going to have some walkways go through. Not sure what we'll do yet, but I'm going to start by changing some of this to concrete foundation. Make some walkways and maybe turn this into an actual real life looking factory. So let's get started. Oh my goodness, I was painting things concrete and I didn't notice, but I was leaving crates everywhere. And you think that's bad? Look at all of those crates. Oh my goodness. So let's go pick up a bunch of crates, because that's always fun to do. Alright, I've got mostly everything turned to concrete with the exception of that section right there. But real quick, I'm going to work on this. So basically, the first set of splitters will prioritize that and will overflow into these. And then if that fills up, then we'll have a second set of splitters that will go into an awesome sink. So I'll play around a little bit with that and see what we come up with. Alright, here is our overflow system that we have set up. Here's our main belts coming into 3 smart splitters, 1, 2, and 3. And each of these splitters prioritizes sending off parts to our main base. And then the secondary is an overflow into a second set of smart splitters, which prioritizes filling up backup storage. And then when that's full, it overflows into an awesome sink. So if for some reason I run out of parts at the main base, I can always come back here into these 3 containers and grab more. Later on, these containers might be replaced, not sure, but this is really just for our starter base. So we have some basic steel production for building parts such as Mark III belts, Mark IV belts when we unlock Mark IV logistics, and then pipes. So I think the next step is to start working a little bit on the cosmetics. All right, it looks like we've got 18 coupons. Let's go see if we can get a few more cosmetic things in the awesome shop. Railings would be nice. Our outlets will be nice. Stairs. Double ramp set. See what that puts us. 9. Probably should do roofs. 17. We got 1 coupon to spend. Oh yeah, definitely need a coffee cup. Let's do it. Perfect. Buy everything because it's the holidays.
Official Ficsit coffee cup unlocked. Do not purchase unauthorized Ficsit coffee cups. They have been known to explode and attract wasps. Unauthorized Ficsit coffee cups lower your attractiveness to your preferred gender and/or your sense of well-being if you have no gender attraction or preference. Official Ficsit products can be licensed for your use from official Awesome Shop installations only. Come to the best shop on the planet for the best deals on all official Ficsit supplies, guaranteed.
Wow, thanks Ada. You're so helpful sometimes. Alright, let's go do some more cosmetics now that we've got roofs, got railings, got some ramps, stairs, and we have wall outlets. So let's go work on our power a little bit, clean up some of our power lines, and start making this puppy look good. Look what I've got done so far. We're gonna make it look nice. The proper factory. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and join me next time when we build out some infrastructure and we start on our Caterium as well as hopefully getting started on phase 2. I appreciate you guys' support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.